What's going on, you guys? Slim finally back with a new deck profile for you guys. Your boy is playing These Nuts. You already know if you guys saw my post. Flundereeze, the bird deck, Caca, whatever you want to call it. I decided to pick this deck up. I wanted to try something new, and honestly, I've been loving this deck. I've absolutely been loving this deck. It's super fun to play. It's super simple. It's not a very hard deck to learn, and it's actually just really good this format. As you guys saw, my boy Hanko Chow, he made top 4 at the recent remote YCS. This deck has a lot of potential. I've been following this deck for a while. Like, shout out to the whole Flundereeze group over on Facebook. You guys are literally the shit. Like, learning the deck, seeing your guys' builds. I learned a lot really quickly with this deck because this is the first time in a long time I basically had to learn a new deck from scratch. I've been playing Alistair so long, you know, normal summoning myself, that I just, you know, it was easy to play that deck. So playing something like this, it just, you know, it kind of felt like I'm playing Monarchs and stuff like that because I have tribute summons and everything, and it was pretty cool. So I really like it. But yeah, we're getting in the deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Before I begin, shout out to my boy Gio. I just wanted to show this off. He got me this Metal Field Center. It's so badass. Mewtwo's my favorite Pokemon. I just absolutely love it. I just wanted to show it off for you guys. And yeah, we're gonna get into it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. You guys know what to do. Smash that like button, comment for the algorithm, even comment an emoji. Honestly, just comment a bird emoji, like hashtag bird gang, because this deck is awesome. So yeah, I'm just getting into it. The list is very, very standard. This is just the first list that I've been testing, just a lot online and just seeing like how it works, like just to learn the fundamentals of the deck. And this will be a deck that, you know, you'll see evolve as like each week, each month, it'll evolve with new things. The release of like the new cards just made it even better. But yeah, let's get into it. So very standard ratio. So of course, 3 Robina and 3 Egglin. These are your starters. Search the little birds, search the big birds. Yeah, these cards are just good. You just want to keep these cards in rotation, and you honestly just chain block so many things, and it's just awesome. Like, chain blocking Ash is just so strong, so I really like this. Yeah, I just really like how this deck plays. It's very simple. Like, you know, you just resource management is easy too, and it just makes, you know, just for a really just simple overall game plan with the deck. And again, I just like how it plays. For the rest of birds, I am playing 2 Stree and the one Toucan Sam. Follow your nose. Shout out to Fruit Loops, the cereal, you already know. Yeah, this ratio is fine. I know that some players have cut Stree to 1 because the banishing effect, you know, you need to have like setup for that, but sometimes this really does come up. Like, you can banish your own cards too, but it's just really good for banishing DPE. And then Toucan's really awesome. I know some people didn't really like this card at first, but this card's pretty cool because you can banish like your Flundereeze cards and just add them back. So I like that. Just banishing stuff, adding it back is just cool. So yeah, Toucan's awesome. Like, they're all little birds, but they all get the job done. You guys already know when they resolve their effects, you just keep normal summoning all day, so it's pretty crazy. But it's a pretty standard baby bird lineup, as I call it. And then I am playing 2 copies of Morgan Freeman. Shout out to my boy Pete for that pun for March of the Penguins. 2 M-Pen, Emperor Penguin. Yeah, this card is just absolutely insane. I know, again, Hanko only played 1 copy. I know there's a big debate whether you play 2 or 1. Since I'm learning the deck, I wanted to be safe with 2 just to, you know, cover all my bases. Like, I know you resource management properly, 1's all you really need, but this card is honestly insane. Like, the fact that it's damn near a skill drain, the fact that it, you know, that it searches a Flundereeze card, and the fact that it, you know, that you could also have the attack is just so crazy. Like, you can literally just get over almost anything. So yeah, this card is like honestly the heart and soul of the deck. I absolutely love this card. This card is insane, and yeah, it's just ridiculous because I mean, I love the fact that it's so like everything is just banished. You can literally just like play with like your banished pile, and then like you never have a graveyard, and this card just comes out and like you just chain block everything. And yeah, I just love this card. Emperor Penguin is honestly the shit, so I absolutely love it. And then of course I am playing the other 2 tributes. I am playing the Mega Ryza and the Apex Avian, and then we'll throw it in there, of course, the barrier statue. This is all standard. You got to play this. This is literally the most expensive card in the deck. If you guys are trying to build the deck, you know, use my TCG player link. Like, literally, this is the only card that really costs money though. The rest of these cards are really easy to get. Like, this comes in super. But yo, shout out to my boy Karan, my son Karan. He literally like hooked it up, and yeah, I got the nice rarities on some of this stuff, so super happy with that. And yeah, these cards are just great. I honestly summon Ryza like more than anything. Like, it's usually M-Pen and then Ryza on the opponent's turn. Sometimes you do Avian, but yeah, it's just for the negate if you need it, if it's that particular game state. But Ryza's bounce effect is just so crazy. Like, you could even recycle your D-Shifter with it. Like, that just should not be a thing. But yeah, that's another reason I really like the deck. And then Stormwinds, of course. A lot of decks still struggle to answer this card. And if you combo this with Ryza, a lot of times you just take away their only normal summon. They don't have wins. They're just out of luck, and you just win the game the next turn. So yeah, that's just a very, very standard lineup. that's it for like the Flunder These Nuts core. So that's it for the monsters as far as that goes. Then of course 3 copies of map. This card is just insane. Just being able to, you know, get you know, an additional normal, just being able to play through like weird hands. Like you can just do a lot of things like this. You play on your opponent's turn. I mean, this field spell is honestly insane. 3 of this absolutely busted card. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed this card. Like whoever requested this card, I think literally got their wish granted. Like this does everything you need it to do, and you gain 500. Did it have any business gaining 500? No, but I'll take it because it's absolutely crazy. So yeah, you got to play 3 copies of Avid Adventure. This card is just insane. I really like what this brought to the deck. The consistency is just through the roof because of that. And then I am playing, of course, the 1 copies of Unexplored Winds, basically your Monarch Stormforth. You can also mulligan with this card. And then Dreaming Town. Dreaming Town is actually, like, I've considered already playing multiple copies of this. I absolutely love this card. The fact that you just flip it on your opponent's turn and you just start playing is so crazy. Like, if you don't have map, usually you have map because the deck's pretty consistent, but just having Dreaming Town is just so insane. And there's been games where, you know, sometimes you'll get into a grind game with this deck and, you know, having an extra copy would be nice, but that's something I'll test in the future. But I have, like, for now, just a very, very standard lineup as far as the deck goes. And so far, I've just been liking all these cards. I honestly I think that's why I picked this deck. Like, just playing it, just testing the cards, reading the cards, testing it out more, like everything about it I love. So that's why I chose it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. But that's it for the main Flundereeze core. For hand traps, I'm only playing 6. I'm only playing 3 Shifter and 3 Imperm. So Shifter is absolutely insane. Any deck that can play Shifter should play it. This card literally just skips your opponent's turn. You can recycle this card with Ryza and then put your opponent under Shifter over and over and over again. And that is just insane. That should not be a thing. I don't know any other deck that can do that. So that was another reason I chose this. This card is just so high impact against the format because every deck needs to play with their graveyard except this deck. So yeah, Shifter is absolutely nuts. And I still chose Imperm. I like Imperm. I was playing Ash. I actually cut it for a card that I'll show you guys next, but for as far as hand traps go, these were fine. Just in testing, like so far, this has been fine. I just like Imperm being my 6th card. I can actually do something with it, bait and negate, do whatever, you know, stop my opponent's plays. Can't be triple tactic talents if that were to come up. So yeah, Imperm's just been really solid for me, so I continue to play it pretty much in every format. So the card that I'm testing over Ash, because I know a lot of people are gonna ask, how come you didn't play Ash? I chose to play 3 Chalice. Now this is, again, shout out to the Flundereeze group on Facebook. I saw a lot of players like actually testing this card out, and this card's actually pretty cool. Like, it gives you a card that is really versatile, going first, going second. Being able to negate stuff is great. Being able to play into a board and negate something with Chalice is cool. This also could have been Book of Moon. Again, another card I'm testing. I know Hanko had success with Book of Moon, but again, just for my particular build, just for starting, I chose Chalice. I just really like it. I think Chalice is very versatile. You can pretty much hit anything. Playing into a board is great, like when they try to do something and you can just chain this. Like I said, it's not dead going second, so that's great. You can set it going first, and you can just get a lot of mileage with it. So far I've been liking it. I just wanted to have another negate card. I don't think Droplet's very good in this deck. Like, I don't really want to get rid of my stuff because you don't want to have a graveyard, honestly. So I just thought Chalice was the next best card. Budget option too. So yeah, so far Chalice has been really good. Will I replace it with Ash or Book? You know, time will tell. Again, more testing has to be done, but so far I've actually been really liking Chalice, and sometimes you can just win games with that extra 400 boost to your monsters. So all those little interactions do come up, so I do like them. But that's it for hand traps, like slash little tech card, I guess. The other reason to play this deck is you can just play these 6 pots, and it's like maximum consistency, dig 9, get your missing piece and just go. Like, get your missing bird or missing whatever and just go. So crazy. You can play extra if you don't have access to Prosperity. Completely understand, it's an expensive card. Just play extra. Your extra deck is kind of irrelevant, so really doesn't matter. I just like Prosperity, being able to dig 6, and then, you know, 3 more with Duality. Just digging 9 is just so crazy, so just makes the deck extra consistent, just helps me get to what I need, and it also helps with the side deck, so super important there. That's just all the pots. And then my last 3 one-ofs are just Gold Sark. Now, I know a lot of players cut this card because of Advent Adventure coming out. I like it, though, because being able to open Gold Sark with one of your birds can just be combo, and being able to, you know, dodge Ash is nice, too. So, Gold Sark has been fine. Probably something I will cut in the future, but for now, for testing, I just wanted to test it out, and I've honestly been liking it, so probably keep it in until, you know, I realize, like, if Book of Moon or something else just ends up being better, we'll move forward with that, and, you know, in future profiles. Called by, of course, that's just standard, just to hit any hand trap that gets in the way if we can't chain block, or just in general, just banish DPE, and you're good to go. And then I am playing the terraforming because I do want to get to map as soon as possible. I know it seems like a lot of copies of maps with Advent and everything, but if you have terraforming, you can get to map, and then you can Advent for something else, so it's pretty solid. But that's it for the main deck, you guys. It's 40 cards. And last but not least, I'm just going to show this extra deck real quick. So the only things that matter are the Zeus package, which is the bird, the Outer Magician, and the Zeus. That's just standard. You can also play this. This might come up as like another way to make Zeus. So these are all the options to make Zeus. Honestly, you're just trying to make Zeus if it were to ever come up, but in testing it has not. But just want to have every possible option there. I feel like every extra deck is different because you could just play cheesy cards. You can play cards up and you might actually make like Link Rebo and Anima, they might come up, so yeah. I got Nightmare Phoenix just in case, like, you know, clear a back row if one of my Link 1 survives or something, or I get 2 of my birds and turn it into that, if it were to happen. I've got the Farigede and the Omen. These are just good utility cards if you do send them for, like, if you're playing against Maximus or something, or, you know, you technically, I guess, could... Can you make these? I don't even know if you can make these, but I know they're just in here just as like utility cards that do come up to mulligan and then to search. So just wanted to have every possible good option. There's also this, like, shout out to Hanko. I got this idea from him. Like, you need to have an out to like those Tower-esque cards, kind of like Adagnister has, and this card lets you do that. So I like that a lot. You just summon a bunch of guys, and you know, sometimes your opponent can just have a whole board up of monsters. You summon one bird and then just go into this, and they're like, what? Because, you know, you just need to, you can use, you know, like one of their monsters. So that's pretty crazy. So I don't know if this will ever come up, but it's just to have the option. That's really all it is. And then the rest is just Maximus targets. So yeah, you send that, I'm summoning that. Entis to pop a card. This to spin a card, and this because it's Omega and it can recycle stuff, and it's cool. But that's it, you guys. Hashtag Bird Gang, hashtag Flundereeze, Flunder these nuts. I actually really like this deck. I think this deck has a lot of potential. It's already seeing success at the YCS level. I just think this deck is just, for me, it's the deck I wanted to play out of the new decks, and I'm really glad I picked it up because it's been really fun learning the deck. And yeah, hopefully you guys will try the deck out. Again, not a perfect build, definitely needs, you know, more testing, more improvements, but for now it's a pretty good skeleton to get me started on learning, you know, a new deck. So I really like it. Hopefully you guys did too. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts on Flundereeze's format. If you have any suggestions, I know people will bring up the Samorg package, bring up a lot of things. Bear with me. I'm learning the deck from scratch, so I just want to try the most basic build possible and then, you know, build upon that and see, you know, what I like, what works, and what doesn't work depending on the format. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.